Well, that's hard to believe. We're 5 minutes early. But we'll get started because I know Father David's going to take a lot of time today. Good afternoon, everyone, and we thank you for attending our ceremony here today to commemorate the 80th anniversary of one of the best-known chapters of World War II, in which Canadians played a most pivotal part. That, of course, was D-Day and the Battle of Normandy that took place on the shores of France on June 6, 1944, and ultimately led to the end of World War II that saved the world from tyranny and oppression. I'm sure that many of you gathered here today either read, listened to, or watched on television with a lot of emotion the various stories leading up to the 80th anniversary and the ceremony that took place on Thursday in Normandy at Juno Beach. It told you about the more than 450 members of the 1st Canadian Parachute Battalion that jumped inland before dawn on June the 6th and were the first of our soldiers to engage in the enemy on June the 6th. And you heard and read a few hours later some 14,000 Canadian troops from the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division and the 2nd Canadian Armored Brigade, composed of military units from coast to coast, would begin to come ashore at Juno Beach along the coast of Normandy. And how many of our Canadian soldiers were young and new to battle, and how our infantry and armored troops were thrown into action and get some of the best of the German forces at Normandy. There are many stories to be told, but we have our own to tell as well. For our community here in Carleton Place has always been known as a military town, and we're steeped in military history. In fact, during the 2 great wars on a per capita basis, we were one of the top communities in Canada as far as the number of residents who volunteered to serve their country. During World War II, which included that bloody day 80 years ago, 801 men and women volunteered to serve God and country from here in Carleton Place. This represented 17% of our total population at that time, which was one of the highest percentages in the country. Unfortunately, though, that year, during the war, we lost 46 of our finest, and whose names are ever enshrined here on our cenotaph. Canada's impressive efforts in the Second World War, that residents from Carleton Place remain a point of great national pride even decades later. There are numerous stories to be told about that day 80 years ago, but we're not going to be here to tell all kinds of stories, but rather to remember, pay tribute, and commemorate the 80th anniversary of D-Day. So as we gather here today to commemorate the 80th anniversary of D-Day and the Battle of Normandy, let us pay tribute to the 801 who volunteered to serve their country from here in Carleton Place and who served us well during World War II, and especially to those 46 who paid the supreme sacrifice. Parade Commander, please bring the parade to attention. We'll begin our ceremony today with the singing of our national anthem by our well-known local singer, Dave Brown. We'll be accompanied by the Captain A. Roy Brown's 192, Dave Brown is a member of. We'll be accompanied by the Carleton Place and District Community Band. Dave.